Hey y'all, welcome back to the Meat Bird Production Barn here at Twin Oaks Family Farm. And I just actually came out here to the barn to see how much longer it's going to be. There's no meat birds here now, and we had one truck already pulled in here that looks like a big project. And now we've got a second truck in here. I think it's a minor project they're working on with that. So we'll just catch up with the guys and see what's going on with the two first gen Dodge trucks. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Put any questions you have in comments, and let us know where you're watching from if you haven't before. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. We'll get back to chickens come like March. Meat chickens, probably about March of 2024. So till then, we're kind of filling in with other things that we're doing. So over here we've got Whale working on Betty, and this is kind of up in the air thing, maybe. As you can see, this is a project truck, and Betty has actually previously had more or less kind of a restoration and was a daily driver up until probably about 2 weeks ago. So Wade's been taking things apart and evaluating what's working, what's salvageable, and he's pretty determined he'd like to see this be rebuilt. So there's a lot of projects there if that's going to get to that point. But he's got the steering column out. So last time I saw Betty, the steering column was still in there, I believe. So Wade, what are you working on now? Taking apart? Getting a wiring harness out of it?
Yeah.
Okay. So stripping out that cab. And so you can see different parts here. If y'all have any questions about the trucks or any experiences of your own with rebuilds, restoring, a lot of this is kind of new territory for us. We love trucks, but getting into something like this is like, a lot of question marks for us with the resources and the skill sets. So, so we'll see. But let us know if you have any experience with that. How's it coming, Wade? Ooh, Wade, show me your hand. Bloody Knuckles Garage right there. Real life. What's going on this truck?
Let's see what,
Jared?
what?
What's going on Pearl here?
Well, we're just trying to figure out a wiring issue.
We don't have a whole lot of light over here. So is it going to the ignition switch?
Yeah.
Last I heard, Owen was trying to replace the ignition switch here. Can I get the camera down in there to see what you're doing?
He's taking a relay off.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure out where the wire goes to the starter.
So what's the point of that?
Well, it's got a push button. Somebody put a push button on it. And what we're trying to do is trying to get it to go back to where you just use the regular ignition switch.
Cool. So how's it coming?
Well, just trace some wires.
Do you think it's gonna
Takes time.
get done the way he wants it?
Well, hope so.
There's a lot of wires there.
Okay, but pull the
Is there any kind of like a harness that can make it easier to work with a lot of wires like that?
No, what makes it easier is when people don't cut into the factory wiring harness. That's what makes it easier. But when people decide to do their own chopping in the wiring harness, that's what makes it hard.
Oh, I see where you're going with that. What now, Wade? So, couple things before we wrap the video up, Wade. Over here, will you show me? Here's I might need you to shine your light over here, though, to help my camera. So you showed me this stuff earlier.
Yep.
Can you shine your light down there more, closer to it? because that helps my camera focus. So tell me what all we've got down here.
Steering column.
So you just took that out today?
Yeah, yesterday.
So was that difficult?
No.
And then what's behind? I'm still
Uh,
losing focus on that, so give it a good light.
the front end.
This
And-
piece.
Yeah.
So this piece right here come off of right here.
Yep.
Okay.
And then the two in the fender.
Oh, okay. So these were the inner fenders up front.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what's the piece laying against the door?
Oh, that's the headliner.
That's the headliner out of the cab.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't realize you had that out. Okay, I see. So, what will you do with the cab?
Take it off and scrap it.
It's gonna go to scrap for sure.
Yep.
So, what about back here? Is there anything usable back here?
No.
Was the dash tore up?
No.
So would it be reusable in a new cab? Could you?
No, because all the bolts broke off the back.
Oh, okay. And nothing back here is usable? What about the grill?
All the fasteners broke on it.
So you really can't reuse that grill?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for sharing your project with us. Is your seat reusable?
Yeah.
So it's good. And here's the front bumper off of it. And you had an aluminum flatbed on it. Is it in good shape?
Yeah.
The flatbed could be reused. Awesome. So, what do you think of Owen's truck over there? Gray Pearl. You like it or not?
Okay.
So if you don't rebuild, Betty, and if you had to look for a different truck, what would you look for? Another Dodge? Like a newer one? You stick with the first gen? All right, sounds good. Wade, thanks for letting us look at Betty. Appreciate it. We're going to check out last thing with Owen and Mr. Twin Oaks Farm, see how it's coming over here and sign off. What do you think, Jared?
It's a mess.
So, what ignition is in it right now? The push button?
Yeah.
And you're going to try to change it back to what it
Factory.
factory?
Key start.
But you have to trace this wire first.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're tracing it to where? The starter?
Yeah, the starter, the starter and the ignition switch,
Okay.
or the key switch.
So is it like is it unplugged now, unhooked now? Like if you needed to start it right this second, it's not startable right now?
Yeah,
It would.
the push button.
Okay.
Push button.
But we're trying to get it back to factory.
Okay. Well, we'll see how that goes, and we'll have to do an update on that at another time. So thanks, guys.